What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. What am I doing with these? I said there's really going to be nobody else watching or any kind of interacting with me to this. But guys, I wanted to talk about today, as you guys can tell down. Oh God, what you guys can tell right down into the video here, what we learned about Michigan and Michigan State over the weekend. And I want to start out here with Michigan, and I'll go back through the video here and I'll put timestamps down below so you guys can go ahead and let me know kind of what your thoughts were down here. I'll start off with Michigan here, and then I'll go along here with Michigan State right here at the end here. I want to talk about Notre Dame and Michigan here, only because it's the game that I kind of watch more than I watch the other game, the Michigan State Penn State game, which I got to admit, guys, the Michigan State has got some problems here, but I'll get into that here just a little bit. Well, what we learned from Michigan is the second half of the Penn State-Michigan game was not a fluke. They kind of came out, they dominated. I really don't know what, I'll be honest here, I really don't know what Brian Kelly's game plan was for Saturday. I mean, granted, it was drain porn. It was raining pretty hard. The field was drenched. They probably had a bunch of stuff on the water onto the field. The field was waterlogged, standing water. You name it there, they probably had it at Michigan. Well, kind of what it looked like to me was Brian Kelly was trying to institute a game plan that just didn't work. And Michigan, don't get me wrong, Michigan was getting pressure on the quarterback. They had dropsies, everything. Notre Dame really couldn't really do anything right, is kind of what I'm getting at here. Michigan kind of was the opposite. They kind of could do everything right. They caught the ball. They ran the ball well. The special teams came up 45 points in a rain. I mean, really, at the end of the day, how do you score 45 points in the rain when against a number, what was it, 6 Notre Dame team or something like that? I can't remember what they were. Number 8, I think, is what they were. Notre Dame team. I mean, really, I was kind of dumbfounded by. I was actually quite surprised by what I had saw here. But then again, me and my buddy were kind of talking about it today at work, and we're like, dude, Michigan is that second half of that Penn State game. Something must have clicked. Whatever clicked, something clicked. Whatever that something is, it freaking clicked. So I'm optimistic about what I'm going to see here against I wanted to say Minnesota. It's not Minnesota. Maryland next week. About how is this team going to continue on their ways? Are they going to fall back to their old ways of not getting in the ball into Shea Patterson making the wrong decisions, throwing the ball into tight spaces where he shouldn't? The receivers kind of had dropsies, just like Michigan State has had all season. We'll get to that here in a minute. I don't want to kind of commingle the two together, but are we going to kind of revert back to that, or we're going to kind of move forward and use this game and the second half of the Penn State game to kind of catapult us forward to try to get us into a good bowl game? Do I think Michigan is a good team? Not really. I think I think we'll get blown out by Penn State, and it would maybe a game against Indiana, because Indiana's finally bowl eligible now, which congratulations to Indiana. I don't know where Michigan goes from here. I want to be optimistic, and I want to say we're headed in the right direction, but it's going to have to take a couple of games for me to kind of figure on that and to get really, really behind this team. I mean, I'm kind of doing one of these, kind of looking like, hey, what's going on over there kind of thing. I'm not really invested in all into Michigan just yet, because they had 300 yards, over 300 yards rushing, guys, to I think Notre Dame's like 47. I know it was some low number. I really couldn't even. It was under 100 yards. I know that, and really, I'm kind of dumbfounded by kind of what I saw on Saturday. Granted, yeah, the field was wet. The football was wet. Yeah, Michigan and Notre Dame and Michigan State and Penn State had to play in those same conditions and all that sort of stuff. But in the end of the day, Michigan kind of had the right game plan in place, and so did Penn State. And I'm going to kind of transition into that right now. And Penn State kind of dominated against Michigan State yesterday. I honestly don't know where the Michigan State program is going under D'Antonio. Yeah, he's the most winningest coach in Michigan State history. He overtook Duffy Daugherty and all that good stuff. But where is this Michigan State team going is kind of where I'm kind of at right now with Michigan State. They're 4-4 right now. There's 2-3 in the conference. honestly, I don't know where this team is going. Is it the coaches? Is it D'Antonio not putting the right not personnel on the field? Is I mean, I honestly don't. Does he even care anymore? I mean, does he even want to coach here? Is kind of where I'm even at now for the Michigan State because, I say that because just 5 years ago, or actually, it's going on 5 years now. Michigan State was one of the teams to be in for the national championship, and they won the Cotton Bowl in the year 2015. What happened to that team? I mean, why did it disassemble so quickly? And what has now? I know Pasqualoni going to Pitt probably had a good chunk to do with that, yes, but man, it just seems like Michigan State is just they had those few years to where they were really competitive and they competed against Ohio State for the right to go to the Big Ten championship game, let alone the national championship. That team just kind of seemed just to disintegrate after Pasqualoni. Pasqualoni. I'm mixing up my teams here, guys. Narduzzi left. Pat Narduzzi left. I know I said Pasqualoni earlier, but I'm Pat Narduzzi. He went to Pitt. Sorry about that. But anyway, Pat Narduzzi. That team just seemed to kind of just disintegrate, and now they're kind of this team to where the defense kind of seems to be the only bright spot on the whole team. I knew going into the season that Michigan State was probably going to have some hurdles going in, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I thought they would be right back on their feet. I'm not going to say they were going to be a well-oiled machine by any stretch of the imagination, competing with Ohio State or anything like that, or even Penn State like we seen last week. But I thought the team was going to start on this upward climb to confidence was going to start brewing, and their assignments were going to be the offensive line, and their assignments were going to be good because we all know the Michigan State football team they were decimated with injuries there last season, and it ended up being a bad season for Michigan State. And I kind of thought we were going to rebound there a little bit, but I honestly don't know. Like I said at the beginning here, I don't know where Michigan State is going to be going here for. Where's this team going? Where is the football program going here? Does D'Antonio care about even coaching here anymore? Does he even want to coach, period? Is he wanting to get out, trying to do something else? I mean, just tell your AD that if you're tired of coaching, just tell him. That's kind of what I see here when I watch Michigan State play is D'Antonio really not, I don't want to say he doesn't give a damn, but some of his emotions on the sideline are just mute and just, man, you got to show some emotion for your football team. If they're doing well, show positive emotion. And if they're bad, I'm not saying you go out and you chew a player right there out on national television or anything like that. But, scowling isn't going to get it done. I don't know what's going on with that team. It's a head scratcher of a team that Michigan State team is. I honestly don't know where that team's going. But Michigan, like I said, kind of falling back in here, kind of wrap it up here. Michigan kind of seems to be on the upward trend, and Michigan State kind of seems to be on the downward trend. That football team, I just don't know what's going on with that football team. My cousins kind of follow Michigan State. My buddy does too. My whole family, other than me, are Michigan State fans. Just me just kind of seems, where's this team going is kind of where I'm wanting to say here. Michigan, if they kind of went out and they kind of keep on that positive track and building off of the second half of the Penn State game and the game of the Ohio State, or Jesus, Eric, Ohio State. Notre Dame, my goodness, Notre Dame. I'm starting to get tired, you guys. I'm sorry. Notre Dame game. We should be able to see some good things from this Michigan team. So maybe it's something that's clicked, and I just don't know what that click is. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I did have something elaborate I was going to do and all that, but I kind of tossed that idea out the window. So I just wanted to kind of sit here, kind of tell us where are we at with Michigan and Michigan State. What have we learned? I think we learned that Michigan has probably finally, hopefully, turned the corner. The Michigan State, you're just kind of just throwing up your hands going, where are we going? All right. Guys, let me know what you guys think down there in the comments. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. All right, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.